All right, welcome back. And it's still Heritage Month here on City TV Breakfast Daily. Of course, the hashtag is Breakfast Daily. The hashtag is Heritage Month on City. Now, it's time for us to talk nutrition. Of course, this is what we do every Monday. We're talking nutrition. And today we're looking at the perfect Ghanaian blood tonic. In terms of Heritage Month, you know, we're looking at what are the things that we can use indigenously, if there's such a word as indigenously, and you know, find out in our own environment the things that are already available. Akosia Kunedu Yadom is a state registered nutritionist, and she's going to help us to make the perfect Ghanaian blood tonic. Hi.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, yourself?
Super, I'm great, thank you. Thank you for joining us again this morning.
Always
So, the perfect Ghanaian blood tonic, what does it entail?
Okay, so we've all had to have our full blood count done at a point. And we saw WBC, that is the white blood cells count, and then RBC, red blood cell count. We have hematocrites, we have HB. Yeah. So HB is part of the full blood count. Elsewhere, they will say complete blood count. Okay. So it is very important that we all are within the normal ranges, because when your white blood count is affected, when it's low, it could stand for an infection or you being at risk of even, it could be heart disease. Okay. And then if it's so much too, it could be a sign of an infection. And if you're on certain medication, it could be that you are also reacting to the medication. So depending on the values you have, and for that one, we are individuals, so I can't sit here and talk. Mine will be different from yours. And so based on the findings that your caregiver can give you, the interpretations will be given to you as an individual, so you can really appreciate the findings and whatever values you are bringing out. And for you to have a normal hemoglobin, which is part of the full blood count assessment, you need to make sure you are eating certain foods, and we are restricting ourselves to what we have here in Ghana. We have kontomire. Yeah. We have meat, what we call cow meat or beef. Yeah. That is beef, but I'm stressing on cow meat, which is not supposed to be said. But if I mention beef, somebody may be thinking of tolo beef. So I am saying cow meat just to stand for the fact that I mean meat from cow, which is beef. And then mutton, so every plant protein or every meat will help you as far as you improving on your iron levels. Okay. So I'll quickly go through the counts. For the red blood cells count, as a man, you need to be between 4.7 to 6.1. Okay. Yes, and then that is for a man. For a woman, you need to be 4.2 to 8.4. Okay. So for a man and woman, the readings can be different, but when it comes to platelets, age has a factor to play there. So based on your age, for the aged, for the adolescent, for somebody, if for instance I am an invalid or a convalescent and I was somewhere very low, obviously because maybe I had an infection or I have a heart condition or what have you, and my readings are somehow even not up to where I have to be, it could be appreciated, because if I was seriously sick and I'm recovering as a convalescent, and even though I'm still not at the normal ranges, based on whoever is taking care of me, it could be appreciated. So that's why I'm saying that you should make sure as an individual the readings are interpreted for you, just to meet your needs as an individual. And then for the HB, a woman, you need to make, let me start with a man, 14 to 18 grams per deciliter. That is where you have to be. But clinically, if you're a man and you have 13.0, it is normal. Okay. And for a woman, especially for the pregnant women, if you are above 11.5, in Ghana Health Service here, it's accepted. But for the WHO, you have to be 12 to 16 grams per deciliter. And for the platelets, I've spoken about the fact that age has a factor or role to play.
How does age impact on the platelet count?
Obviously, if looking at you, myself, as youthful as we are, and comparing it to my grandmother, who is diabetic, probably has hypertension, age is placing her at a compromised zone to an extent. And so that's why age comes in, because of certain also medical, what do you call it, history, or whatever is peculiar to you, Kwaku, as a man, and then whatever is peculiar to me as a woman. Even with the age, you can realize that it is different for even a man and a woman. And so age is a contributory factor, because we have various ranges within the life cycle.
Okay. So will you have like more platelets as you get older, or it will reduce as you get older?
That's what I'm saying, that whatever, so if, for instance, I am taking care of you, let me say you are diabetic. I'm using it as an example. And then when you were referred to me, you came in with, let's say, 18.0. This is serious. And so if for our next session or review, I find Kwaku having 12.0, you are not at the normal zone. But for me, as your caregiver or your specialist taking care of you, I will be very happy, even though you don't find yourself within the normal range. So depending on whatever is going on with you, as far as you being Kwaku is concerned, I don't have your medical history, I don't have certain information, and so I wouldn't be able to appreciate it or say that, let's say, if the normal range is supposed to be, for example, 13, I can sit here and say that, okay, 13 works for you, 13 works for me, because certain things, before I could even go into your food blood count, it means that I have to really get to know you and know certain things about you to be able to arrive at that conclusion. Because telling somebody you are at risk or have leukemia is something that is serious. You having cancer is something that is very, very serious if I am not sure of what I have to tell you. So I don't have to also make you panic. Just make sure you do the test and the interpretations given to you, because me on TV here, if I give you some values and you start shaking in your house, I wouldn't even be around to be able to tell you to calm down. So go to the hospital, get the values so that you know where to fall. And then for the white blood cell count, I've spoken about it. Obviously, there are some foods that helps us. I've spoken about the meats we have here. And then if you're a vegetarian, we have plant protein, like beans. So all the types of beans, they are also good as far as you working, especially if you have iron deficiency. If you have anemia, this is something that will help you. And the interesting thing is that once your red blood cells are healthy, it means that you are going to have a normal hemoglobin levels, and that will affect your overall blood health. And so mostly when you have issues with your red blood cells, it can even affect the readings or the interpretations of your food blood count. And then aside red meat, we have organ meats like kidney and then liver. They are also good, especially if you have babies in the house, what we call brebo, because it's indigenous, yes, liver. That is brebo. I don't know the guy, I don't know the names for it, but liver, and I believe that maybe we may have images to show you what liver is. And then we have dark leafy greens. So every dark leafy green you have with you, if it's alefu, boko, ademe, ayoyo, based on where you are coming from, every leafy green peculiar to you will help you as far as improving on your red blood cells, which will affect your hemoglobin levels for a normal blood health. And then egg yolks, very great. Legumes, so the pulses, the nuts, the seeds families will help you as far as you improving on your blood health is concerned. And then we have beetroot. I love beetroot. So there is something we talk about, the turkey berries recipe to help you boost your blood levels. But if you are not somebody who accepts turkey berries, most people have diarrhea when they take the turkey berries. Beetroot is excellent for you as far as you improving on your blood health is concerned. And so these are some of the examples we have. And for some individuals, the reason why your blood levels may be going down is because you are indulging in what we call the inhibitors. Coffee. Coffee is an inhibitor. Tea bags, they are inhibitors. And then if you are taking ayolo, what we call in Kumasi they say chile. If you are indulging in that, that will also affect your iron levels. And the lovers of energy drinks, because of the caffeine sitting in there, it could be the reason why you are not attaining the right levels as far as your food blood count readings are concerned. And then we have enhancers. There's a reason why when you go for parties, they put lemons or lime aside so that you can just pick one or two. People pick it, they squeeze the juice onto the fish. It's to help take that pungent or foul smell out of your mouth and also help with absorption. So a better example today, after having, let's say, your banku and your shito low, you can just go for an orange and then make sure you are absorbing every ion sitting in that fish. So that is that for the enhancers and then inhibitors. So example of enhancers: pineapple, the citric family fruits, oranges, they are all good. They are powerful enhancers to help you. Watermelon. And then we have recipes to help. Turkey berries. There is turkey berries powder here. I brought some to show. So if you are somebody who can't go through the hassle of making the turkey berry juice or the organic ones, you can just fetch a tablespoon of this powder and then into hot water and then take it. Afterwards, you can have an orange, because I spoke about the fact that enhancers will help you better absorb it. And so this is the turkey. I will share details as to where you can get this on my social media handles. And then the beetroot. So you can just get 4 pieces of beetroot, wash it, just make sure you peel it off and then chop it into sizes your blender can work with. You can add an orange or 2, blend it all in with 2 sachet waters, and then afterwards just strain it. The juice that comes will give you the turkey berry juice to help you.
Walk us through that process again.
So beetroot, depending on how bad it is. So for that one, I believe that you should meet a nutritionist one-on-one, so that if you need 6 pieces, you won't be told. But I'm just giving a general what do we call it, recipe. So pick 4 pieces of smaller to medium size of beetroot and just wash it with salt water or vinegar, and then just peel it and then chop it into bits that your blender can work with. So afterwards you pick 2, because we are using 4, so 2 pieces is equivalent to 1 sachet water. So 4 is equal to 2 sachet waters, and then you can add a bowl of pineapple or 2 pieces of oranges and then blend it all in. Afterwards you strain and you get this wonderful preparation we had on screen. This is something you can have. It tastes great, especially if you add pineapple. And this can be a juice for the family, but it's not something that is just giving you great taste. It's also helping you as far as you improving on your full blood count or your blood health is concerned. So that is the 2 recipes. Like I said, I will share the turkey berries powder because it's much of work for people, especially with the working class people, so that you can just make this into a nice tea early in the morning. Yes. So you can even cook with it. You can prepare your soups in the house with it. You can prepare your soup. So this is a powerful condiment you can use. So instead of getting the original corn susa or the yasanto or the cantorse you are using, you can just have this.
A taste. It's interesting.
So this is somebody's initiative. She's taking the pain to put it together for us all. So if you can work with the organic ones, why not? But if you can't and you need to really enhance on your blood health, this is something that can work as a powerful spice, or so, because it's quite herbal, you say condiment for you. So cooking your stews, your soups, you can just put this in if you don't have the fresh ones available.
I see. Is there anything else we need to know?
Yes, so everything blood health. For more, you can just follow me or watch out for me posting this and details on my social media handles. On Instagram at The Nutritionist Akosia, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Nutritionist Akosia. You can WhatsApp me on 0243350206. And there is an episode of how to improve your blood health. We took you through how to really prepare the turkey berries, fresh one, and it's available on CityTube. It was done 2 years ago, but it's still there, and I still watch the video. And my church people yesterday, someone said I should tell everybody who wasn't able to go to church that Christ is the true light of the world. And so let us get to know Christ more. So thank you so much for having me once again.
The Chile or Ailo, for those who don't know what that is in English, is called bentonite clay.
The biochemistry people are here.
Thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning.